Hi my love, so today it's Valentine's Day and I am getting ready. I figured why not kind of bring you guys along for that because I plan to try and use some glitters and try and do something a little fun. I know it's going to be kind of a similar color scheme to my last look, but hopefully it's not too bad for you guys because really honestly I'm just getting ready right now. I did try to film yesterday but it didn't come out the way I wanted it to, so I ended up scrapping it. But yeah, so I'm going to start off with a primer today, and today I'm using the Enigma eyeshadow primer by Urban Decay. This one was limited edition. It was for like a charity, like a women's charity I believe. I forget the name of it, and I don't know if they still sell this one, but any kind of pinky base like Ulta has one would work for this. I personally think like very light like mauves and nudes really need a color base that's similar to them for some reason because they just don't show up the same on my skin. So I went ahead and set my concealer with a light creamy shade. I use this one from the Modern Renaissance. You absolutely do not need to use the same palettes that I use. I never use the same palettes as YouTubers, like when I'm trying to recreate a look that they've done or kind of create a look similar to theirs. I use what I have and I mix colors, or if they're doing like a green smoky eye and I don't have those kinds of greens, and you know, I've noticed that I have a lot of blues in different shades, then I'll go in with blue and I'll do a look using blue but following their kind of step-by-step application. So you don't need to use the same products. I really want to make that like known because I don't want anybody to feel like they can't recreate a look just because they don't have a product. So I'm going to take this color right here. I may do that thing where I'm just going to show it to you on my finger swatch. I don't know how you guys will feel about that, but I personally think that that will be the best because things tend to swatch differently than they look in the pan, and I do think that they apply differently obviously than they swatch, but giving you guys a swatch will show you guys what the color will show up on a skin tone. So like you can find a color that may be more pigmented, less pigmented than this one, but is the same kind of shade, and then you can kind of alter how you apply it accordingly to what type of effect you're going for. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes I talk too much and I just like forget what I'm saying, so I just keep talking to try to explain and figure out what I'm saying. And I am applying this with a fluffy brush. This one is just something I got with a palette, and I'm just applying this into my crease. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is going to be kind of more of a transition shade. I want to add more red to this look, so I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here, and I'm going to apply this into my crease, but lower than where I applied that other shade. And I'm going to first apply it with this like little pencil brush thingy, and then I'll go in with that other brush I was using and blend it out. And I will take this all the way in because I kind of want this to add more color than I do dimension, so I don't mind if it goes all the way to the inner corner. I'm gonna try to keep this a little bit simple because I ain't got the time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do a very dark brown shade. Would it be easier if I swatched it like on my actual hand? I feel like that would take forever though to like swatch it on my hand and then wipe that off because I use my hand as a palette when I do my makeup. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out eventually, guys. So I'm just going to apply this on the outer half of my crease, and when I do looks that I want to kind of add a lot of darkness on the outside, I do basically just focus it on the outer corner. My eye shape really doesn't allow me to do too much darkness all the way through just because it closes off my eyes and makes them look super small, but you know, you could do whatever you want. I'm just going to do it here on the outer edge. And I'm going to kind of try to keep with this shape. I'm going to clean it up later so it's not a huge deal if it's perfect, but I'm going to try to keep with more of an angled shape. And I kind of pat the color on to get it to be smooth. You may want to try that with darker shades. Sometimes darker shades are just a little finicky with how they go on. So I may be the only YouTuber who cannot talk while they're doing their makeup. Like, I can sit here and I can talk and I can say something that I pre-planned to say, like what I'm saying right now, but I really like just can't sit here and just talk about random stuff. Like, I get so focused. Like, I'll sit here and I'll just be so close to my mirror, just blending away, blending my entire life away, and the camera's just rolling and I'm like, you know what, I'm kind of boring to watch, and I wish that I could really change that, because my personality is definitely not super boring. It's not like very quiet all the time. Like, I do love to talk, I get very in the zone, I guess. To add a bit of a base to the lid before I go ahead and apply the glitter, I'm going to take this shade right here. It's kind of a rosy tone, like shimmery color. There's no color in these palettes that I'm using that's really exactly what I want. I was thinking to go more of like a red base, but I don't really want to do something super bright on the lid. So I'm going to go with this because it kind of has like a pinky tone base. So if I decide to use the red glitter, it won't be too off. And I'm just going to take it onto a flat brush, and I do dampen my brushes. I have super dry lids. If you don't have that, you don't have to do this. You can also do like a creamy base if you need eyeshadows to stick a little bit better. And I'm not going to do a cut crease because I'm using the NYX Glitter Glue today, and I used it yesterday. And that was the first time that I ever used it, and for some reason my eyeshadow underneath like creased really bad. Now, I don't know if it's because I applied it with a brush, and I haven't ever applied glitter glue with a brush. I've always just used my fingers. But I'm gonna try it today, and I'm gonna do a thinner layer. I'm gonna do it with my fingers, and I'll see if it makes any difference in how the shadow goes on. So that's why I'm not doing any type of fancy cut crease or anything crazy, because I really want to use the glitter and I don't want it to come out kind of weird and chunky. Now that I have all of the colors on the upper lash line, I'm going to go ahead in with the glitter. I'm taking the NYX Glitter Primer and their metallic glitter in the shade number 3 in Beauty Beam. So it's just this kind of pinky, reflective, holographic glitter. And I'm going to apply that right on top. Now, I'm not the best at applying glitter, so if I don't do it right, please do not tell me that I'm doing it wrong. But I'm kind of trying to figure out what works for me right now. So I'm taking some into the cap, and I'm going to apply the glitter glue. I'm going to use my finger. I think the brush maybe applied too thick of a layer yesterday, and that's why it was creasing. So I'm going to just use my finger and tap this where I want it. Alrighty, so now that I have all of the upper lid shades placed, I'm going to go ahead, clean up my under eyes, and I'm going to go ahead and probably apply a liquid liner, a black liquid liner, to my upper lash line, and I'll be right back and show you guys what I'm going to do for the rest of my face. Alright, so sorry if I'm rushing this last little bit. I am running a little bit late, so I'm trying to get this done. But I did apply a bit of a red liner to the inner portion of my lid, and then I just lined it normally on the outer portion with a black. I just wanted to add something a little bit more fun. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a purple base, and I'm running this along my lower lash line. Oh, and I applied my foundation and stuff if I didn't mention that. Obviously you can tell, but just so you guys know. So I'm going to pick up that red shade that I used to kind of brighten up my crease, and I'm going to apply this on top of the purple. That purple will just kind of deepen it up and allow it to kind of pull a little bit more of like that plummy tone. So I'm applying this on top, and I'm kind of winging it out along the same edge. I don't want these to look disconnected, so I'm going to do that as well. And I will apply that same highlight shade to my inner corner too while I'm at this. Alrighty, so let's finish up the face. I went ahead and popped on some lashes. I don't know the names of these, that's why I didn't mention them. They are just really fluffy and kind of wing out at the end. Now what I'm going to do is take my bronzer, and I'm taking the Refined Golden by MAC. And I'm just going to apply this the way that I would normally apply my bronzer, which is to my cheeks, to my forehead, and slightly under my chin. For blush today, I'm going to take NARS Almeria, I believe it's called. I'll just show you guys the name. I think this was limited edition, so you may not be able to get this. I did get this at an outlet, so I'm not positive. And I'm just going to pick it up onto my brush and apply it the way that I normally apply blush, which is to my cheeks, the apples, and pulling back. To finish up my face, I'm just going to take the highlighter by e.l.f. This one is in Blushing Gems. And I'm going to apply this anywhere I would normally highlight, which is tops of my cheekbones, the center of my nose. I'm not too precise with this because my nose is super small, so I don't care. And then my my chin, sorry. And then along the edge of my forehead. So I kind of pull it up here, just so it kind of connects. Alrighty, so I'm officially running late, which is crazy because I am almost always early to things, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful holiday wherever you guys may be, no matter who you are or who you're with or not with. Just enjoy your chocolate girl, eat it up. Honestly, that's all we really want on Valentine's Day, let's be honest. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, you can do that in the comment section below. All of my social media, email, and everything is listed before and after this video and in the description bar. Also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and the subscribe button if you do like me and would like to see more of my videos. It really means a lot to me, and I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye everybody.